Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben. Today I just want to bring you the first of my What's Sold on eBay videos. So this video is going to encompass kind of what's sold in the last week or so. Right now I'm bringing you 25 different sales that happened here recently, so you guys can get a good idea of what's selling on eBay right now, the kind of things that I'm looking for, and the kind of things that you should look for when you're out yard sailing or thrifting or sourcing in general. Most of these items that I got right here for you today are from yard sales and the thrift store. I don't know if I have any wholesale items. I don't believe I put any up because they're on my other account. But yeah, let's get into it. Here's 25 items that I've sold on eBay in the last week or so. So first up, we have, it's actually three different games. This guy ordered three games of that video game lot you guys might have saw in my last video or over on Instagram. He bought this Ninja Gaiden NES game for 10 bucks. This, hold on a second, this Tetris game for $9.25, and Legend of Zelda on the NES for $19.95. So he bought all three of those games in the same order. I love selling stuff together in bundles, and if the buyer messages me and want a little better of a rate, I'm completely fine with doing it because it saves me on the shipping cost. Instead of having to send 3 packages out, I'm sending 1. The next sale, this North Face, it's a toddler's 18 to 12 month old fleece. Normally I don't go through baby stuff, but I seen these just happen to be sitting on the table. It was this, and there's actually a puffer jacket that I sold a week ago or so. But yeah, so this North Face fleece jacket, sold it for 25 bucks, asking price. This was actually a really cool find. I found this at my first yard sale of the season. Yeah, first yard sale of the season. It's a vintage Logo 7 Cincinnati Bengals AFC Champions sweater. It was from 1990. It had the date printed straight on it. And vintage Logo 7 stuff tends to sell really well when it comes to football stuff. This sold for full price at $27.50. Next up was this Tommy Bahama embroidered sunset shirt. I actually messed up a little on this listing. I had it sitting for a while, and as you can see right here, I had the front of the shirt facing, but I should have actually had this picture facing because it shows off the big embroidery right there on the back. So I messed up a little bit on this one, sat on it a little longer than I normally would have, but it ended up selling for $31.45. A lot of Tommy Bahama stuff just doesn't sell well anymore. The only time I pick it up anymore is if it does have the embroidery or a really cool print on it. Next up is this Toyota Camry JBL radio. This is a factory stock radio, and I bought it at a garage sale for $5 and sold it for $74.95. I always pick up used car radios or stock radios that come out of cars. People tend to look for them when they're restoring their vehicle, or there's just brakes on them. I don't test radios. I don't have a way of testing them. But if it comes with a guarantee, so if it gets to them, it doesn't work, I just get the unit back and I'll refund them the money. I make sure to put that in my listing that it hasn't been tested, but I usually ask the person at the garage sales if it works, and typically they are honest and say they do. I get maybe 1 in 10 units back that I send out, but I sell them pretty frequently. This was a North Face Summit Series 800 down zip puffer jacket. So the trick with puffer jackets, typically North Face ones sell pretty regularly and pretty easily, but this 800 right here is the amount of fill in the down jacket. And when it comes to fill, like 800 and 900 are like your premium, like high quality jackets. And then you get down into like the 700, 600 fill jackets. They still sell well, but not for this high. I actually picked this up at a thrift store for $7, I believe. This was when I was visiting a friend up in Dayton, Ohio. I stopped at the thrift store and picked this up, but it sold for $76.45. All right, so I actually picked this up at a thrift store 2 weeks ago. I listed it and it sold like 2 days later. I paid $5 for it at the thrift store. As you can see, it sold for $100. It's new scrubbing bubbles automatic shower cleaner. It was new in the box sealed. Normally I ship like new in the box sealed stuff to Amazon, but this one had a hazmat warning on it, so I sold it over here on eBay. And I sold it for 100 bucks. I never picked it up before, but I scanned it. Scan stuff you don't know. That's what it comes out to be. $100 profit on that. This is Swiffer carpet refills. I picked these up at a Goodwill. I picked up 5 of them. As you can see, I'm sold out now. But I guess this is like discontinued now, and people are still looking for them. They each sold for $17.50. I think I sold one for like $15, best offer. But the rest of them sold full price at $17.50. Again, scan stuff that you aren't sure about because sometimes you'll hit jackpot. Next, Nintendo Wii. I actually sold like 4 Nintendo Wiis over the last like 2 weeks, but I figured I'd only include 1 or 2 of them. This is a white console. This is the RVL001, so that this model number right here does indicate that it's the first generation that was GameCube compatible, so you could actually put GameCube's games in this unit and play them on that. The other model is the 101, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And that one is not GameCube compatible. It's the later version. But this one only had the remote, one Wiimote, and then the cords and sensor bar and stuff with it. But it sold for $44.95 full price. This was a super cool pickup. I've never sold anything like these before. They were American Red Cross pins. Knew nothing about them at all. I actually picked these up, some patches up, a Red Cross jacket, and a bunch of old yearbooks off this guy at the sale. I ended up paying like 50 bucks for everything, so I'm under 10 bucks in on these. And they sold for $208 at auction. Yeah, this was a pretty good sale. I wasn't sure what I was going to get, but I am super happy with the results. And these pins were from all around the world. Some said like Hawaii and all that kind of stuff. Hawaii, Alabama, California, Maine, Maryland, all kinds of different pins in here. And I actually talked to the guy, and he was saying that he traveled with the Army. He was a lieutenant colonel, and there's some from like Desert Storm and other stuff in here. There's actually a really cool one with a date on it in here from 1919. There's like an Olympic runner's pin and all kinds of cool stuff in here. And then I actually took 1 pin out of the slot that I knew was a World War II Red Cross pin, and I sold that separately for another 25 bucks. But I don't have that listing up, I don't believe. But yeah, so this was a great pickup. If I had run across something like this again, I will definitely pick it up. Another Nintendo Wii. This is the black version. So this is a later model. I believe this was the Mario Kart bundle version. But I actually bundled it with Mario Kart, but I believe when it was sold in stores it was a Mario Kart bundle. Yeah, this one sold full price for 60 bucks. If you can pick Wii's up for 10, maybe 20 bucks at a garage sale if it has everything with it, go ahead and do it. This is a 1997 Polo Ralph Lauren teddy bear. There's actually a bunch of clothing companies that do teddy bears. So like Polo has them, Tommy Hilfiger has some, Nautica has some, and people love to collect them, especially vintage t-shirt collectors. They love collecting this kind of stuff. This bear went for $25. I sell a lot of plush. Plush is something that people overlook, like resellers in general overlook. I sell so many plush that are like above 20 bucks that I'll pick up for 50 cents, $1 at a garage sale. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw that a few months back I actually sold 2 Care Bear plush I picked up for 50 cents each. I sold one for like almost 600 bucks and one for like 525 bucks or something like that. And I mean, there's good money in plush if you find it. I have a couple plush listed right now that are over 75 bucks. So look up plush. There's some good money in plush. Next, this is a Roku XD media streamer. It's just a Roku box. It had the manuals, it had the box and the remote and all the cords. This ended up selling for 25 bucks. I picked it up for 2 bucks at a yard sale. I picked up this unit and one other Roku that I had sold already. So yeah, Roku sell pretty fast. This sold within about a week. Alright, so I actually picked this up last Wednesday at Salvation Army, and I talked about this actually on Reyes the Entrepreneur's podcast with him. I picked this up. It had the Kindle itself in the box, but the box was a 7th generation Kindle box, and the Kindle inside was a 6th generation. I didn't notice that when I first listed the unit, so I actually originally threw it up for like 70 bucks because I thought it was the 7th gen, and I had a buyer make me an offer. Then he sent me a message, asked to cancel the offer because it was actually the 6th generation inside, so he pointed it out for me. Luckily, I was able to correct it, and the same buyer actually ended up buying this, even though it was the 6th generation. He bought it off me, and this actually went for best offer of 45 bucks. This is Contra, came out of that video game lot that you've seen me pick up last weekend. I've sold probably 12 of the games so far, but this is Contra. Contra's a great one to pick up, 25 bucks. I don't do best offer on the cartridge video game stuff because I know it's going to sell super quick and easy. So 25 bucks on Contra. Eileen Fisher, great woman's brand to look out for. Pretty much everything Eileen Fisher will sell for upwards of 20 bucks. There's very little things that won't. These were white linen blend cargo beach pants, and I picked these up for probably maybe $3-4 at a thrift store. Sold them for 30 bucks. I always pick up Eileen Fisher stuff. Just make sure you're looking for holes because a lot of her stuff is knit stuff, and knit stuff tends to get holes in it. But her silk stuff does super well. Yeah, 30 bucks full price sale on this one. This is another game out of that game lot that I picked up in the video. G.I. Joe on the NES, sold for full price, 50 bucks. I had a message on it. He asked me if the top label was good. I guess I didn't take a top label picture of this one for some reason. But yeah, the label was fine. I sent him a picture in the message, and he ended up buying it full price. Okay, so this is a sale. As you can see, I have one of these left, 11 sold, and I've actually sold like 5 others on Macari. But these are all sealed Call of Duty PS4 World War II, PS4 Call of Duty World War II games. I actually picked them up on a glitch that happened on Walmart's website. So they had a $5 off coupon for video games, and then there was actually a markdown on these games from I think they were up for like 40 bucks, and they had them on like a weekend sale for, I want to say it was like 10 bucks. I ended up somehow getting it after 2 coupon uses. It was like buy one get one free and the $5 off coupon, and it was on rollback. I ended up buying like 20 of these from different Walmarts for 5 bucks a piece. Sold every single one of them for 20 bucks so far. I have one left. So this was a great investment, and the reason I found out about this was actually another reseller on Instagram. Glitches are for witches. No. Watch Me FBA, I think, is the one who did it. Yeah, I think it was Watch Me FBA. Anyways, someone posted the glitch on Instagram, and I hopped all over it and went to like every Walmart in my surrounding area that I could pick them up at. Some Walmarts didn't let me use them, but I argued with a few and got my way. So this was a good investment. Alright, Nintendo Game Boy Color Launch Edition Kiwi. This is just a basic Game Boy. This, as you can see on this one, it's all scratched up. I said that in the listing. It did power on and worked. It didn't have like the battery cover and stuff in it. But even without all that and being in rough shape, it worked. The sound worked. Sold it for $29.95, like 3 minutes after I listed it. Mario Kart Double Dash. Picked this up at a yard sale for like $2. $37.50. Any Mario Kart's going to sell. Double Dash just happens to be a really popular one that was out on the GameCube, and this one went for $37.50. These are Polly Pockets I actually picked up on Sunday. I listed them, and they sold like 2 hours. These were 4 little tiny Polly Pocket figures that didn't match any of the compacts I picked up. So I sold them separately for $19.95, paid full price within an hour or two. Polly Pocket stuff does super well. If you guys aren't picking up Polly Pocket, like 1980s, early 90s Polly Pockets, they sell super well. People love to collect them. Alright, right here is a Lacoste knit full zip hoodie. This ended up selling. I sat on this for a while. I sat on it for about a month maybe. Again, a lot of clothing stuff I don't mind sitting on because I can smush it down into a tub and have the tub stacked up. But this was on, I had it on sale, as you can see, from $27.50. They actually sent me a offer of $22.50, so I took that. Not a bad sale. This had to be shipped in a legal flat rate envelope, so it cost me like $7 to ship. But still, I picked it up for like $3 at a thrift store, half off day, so I'll take it. This was a cool sale. I picked this up at a really small flea market. It was like a rainy day, and the dude just had this thrown in a bag. I paid 50 cents for it, and it ended up selling for $63.50, so I made like $60 profit on it after shipping and everything. It's a Nintendo Wii Lens Cleaner kit, and it was sealed. As you can see here, it had like the sealed tape on it. The box had some marks and stuff on it, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting this to sell. I threw it in just because 50 cents for something Wii sealed. Why not? Didn't look it up or anything, and then I got home and I was blown away to see that it sold for this. It was selling for this much. I sat on it for about 3 weeks or so before it sold, but pick these up. Pick them up. Another Nintendo Wii. This is the console only. No cords, no bars, no controllers, no nothing. Just the console. This is the 001. So this is the GameCube compatible one. As you can see, the unit by itself sold for 30 bucks. This was a throw-in on a deal. I just threw it in the box. I bought a big box of a bunch of random stuff. It's a Cobra CB Radio microphone. I pick them up if I throw them in a bundle. I can usually get them for like $1 a piece. This one sold for 12 bucks. It's a 4-pin. Cobra stuff usually sells pretty well when it comes to these hand mics. There's the model CA73. Quick little sale, 12 bucks, $1 into 12 bucks. Why not? And this is the last one that I'm going to show you guys. This was from the video that I showed, my last video I just uploaded yesterday of the big 1980s, early 90s toy haul. I paid 75 bucks for the entire bin of toys, and these things were super cool. I've never seen these before. They're called food fighters. They're actually really cool. I debated on keeping these out of anything in that lot myself. I kept a few little things I'll play with my nephew with and stuff like that. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. They're like rubber toys. You can see the different guys. Yeah, these are like anthropomorphic food items that come together and fight. And I watched the old commercial for them. Super cool stuff. But I listed them for $99.95. They sold in a day. I took the best offer for $89.95 because don't be greedy. If it sales there, the sale's there. So this paid for the lot by itself. After shipping, I still made more than what I paid for the lot. Everything else from there on's profit, and these were the only thing that I've listed actually so far from that lot because I had to clean everything up. These just were in a bag, so I didn't have to like dust them off or clean them or anything. But yeah. So that is 25 sales that happened over the last week or so. I hope you guys are getting good information out of this. I will continue to make videos like this. I'll try to do it once a week and just list or show you stuff that has sold. This isn't everything that's sold. This is just things that I've picked out. If you did enjoy this kind of video, let me know. If you guys want me to talk about any various different kinds of items I'm picking up, if you want to see more clothing or more toys or more of the different hard goods I'd sell, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know the kind of things you're interested in, and I'll try to gear the videos towards those things. Otherwise, follow me on Instagram at ReadySetResell. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. Till next time, peace.